Am I being detained?
We're just waiting to see if they want you no trespass.
So am I being detained?
You are till they tell us.
What
if you
crime
want no
do you
trespass.
suspect me of committing?
What did I just tell you?
I'd like your supervisor out here. Call a supervisor because you're illegally detaining me. You cannot show me. You cannot show me what I'm doing wrong. Are you illegally detaining me?
We'll find you.
I'm in
am I holding you?
I'm a bright freaking vest. Of course you're going to find me.
Am I holding you?
I'm asking if I'm being detained.
Am I holding you?
Am I being detained?
Am I detaining you?
Am I being detained?
Am I detaining
Or
you?
am I free to go?
An ordinary audit turns into a legal showdown in Indiana. When an officer detains a man without clear cause, the citizen invokes his Fourth Amendment right and demands, "Am I being detained or am I free to go?" This moment exposes a clash between lawful authority and constitutional limits, a test of what reasonable suspicion truly means. Watch closely and ask yourself, was this a lawful detention or an illegal seizure? If you want more real-life ID refusal and First Amendment encounters, follow the ID Refusal Pro channel. Thanks to the original uploader for sharing this footage.
Well, this is federal property. You're taking pictures of federal property?
Who are you, sir?
Well, what does it look like? I'm in a Halloween costume? This is federal property.
I guess if you say you're in a Halloween
Well,
costume.
there you go. This is federal property. You don't need to be photographing.
I'm asking you who you are.
Or the federal property.
Look, before you start running your mouth, why don't you explain who you are?
You need to go.
You go. Go back to work. Delivers the mail.
Property.
You are dismissed. You are dismissed. Then call the cops. And then you'll get educated. You'll get educated. I'm gonna document your education today. Why don't you go read poster 7?
I know what education is.
Then why don't you go read poster 7? Go read your poster 7 on the inside, sir.
About what?
Photography. Not to mention, you marched, standing in the middle of the street, marched across where federal property is over to where public property is, and started barking orders about nothing. Barking orders about nothing. Barking orders about nothing. Don't talk to you. You came to me. You came to me, nitwit. You came to me, nitwit. I didn't come to you. You walked from your property all the way. Oh, so what? Do something about it.
The postal employee immediately challenges the cameraman for filming federal property, claiming it's not allowed. The cameraman, calmly asserting his First Amendment right, reminds the employee that public photography of government buildings from public spaces is lawful. The confrontation escalates as the employee crosses from federal property onto public property, demanding identification and telling him to leave, an act that borders on interference with lawful activity. According to the First Amendment, citizens are protected when recording matters of public interest, and no federal statute prohibits filming from a public vantage point. The cameraman maintains composure and avoids provocation, a crucial response to prevent disorderly conduct or escalation. Legally, the postal worker's aggression lacks authority, since only law enforcement, under reasonable suspicion, may request ID or restrict activity in a crime scene. The key lesson: always stand firm on your rights, but never step into restricted zones.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. Just curious what you're up to, that's all.
I'm doing a little bit of photography.
Okay. Somebody said, anytime the post officer, like, here's a guy out there just sitting there videotaping.
It's in their policy to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Just curiosity.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a post office. I figure, I've seen 3 drop packages and them almost hit that Jeep. I don't know how many times wheeling those big orange carts out here.
Oh, okay.
So, something you don't see every day.
Right. It's just, sometimes different companies get different surveys and all kinds of stuff, so you never know what's going on.
Nope, just a citizen.
Okay.
So I'm not doing.
Right.
I'm just staying on public property and.
Yeah, you're totally legal. You're fine.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what this gentleman over here was coming out here, one of the loaders.
Oh.
And he was standing in the middle of the road yelling at me. I mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought he actually came almost all the way across the street.
Oh, wow. I only get half the story.
Right. I mean, he was really yelling.
Okay.
I really thought he was going to. I thought I was going to have to call you there for a second.
Sure. Yeah.
Just,
you never know.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Okay.
So, and then.
Yeah. That's fine. Are you from Plymouth here?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just passing through.
Ah, gotcha.
So just passing through, doing what I'm supposed to, and get my work done, and then pushing on. So I'd like to get home sometime tonight or tomorrow, I hope.
Cool.
So.
All right, man.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, thank you.
Boy Scout handshake.
All right, well, I got left hand is
You got the camera.
yeah, it's pretty locked up. I can't let go of it. So, all right.
Attention shifts when a bystander approaches the cameraman asking about his purpose. The cameraman calmly explains he is filming from public property and cites Poster 7, the official U.S. Postal Service regulation that explicitly permits photography in lobbies, foyers, and exterior areas open to the public as long as it does not interfere with postal operations. Unlike the earlier confrontation, this exchange reflects understanding and respect for First Amendment protection. The bystander listens, acknowledges the legality, and ends with a handshake, a peaceful contrast showing that awareness of the law prevents escalation. The cameraman demonstrates proper conduct by staying polite, factual, and within his rights. Such composure is vital in public audit situations to maintain legitimacy and avoid any claim of disorderly conduct or trespass. Knowledge of Poster 7 transforms potential conflict into civil education, not confrontation.
How you doing today?
Alright. You have any ID on you? Getting calls of suspicious people again, so
Would that
I know
be
you're over there by the library, so
would that be a misdemeanor or a felony?
what?
Suspicion.
Well, you're
Because according to
trespassing.
34285,
right, but
3.5, I'm not.
now you're on private property though.
No, this is a sidewalk.
But you were over here earlier.
No, I was not.
Okay, that's what they're.
The camera doesn't lie.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Are you gonna let me see your camera?
So according to this,
Are you gonna let me see your camera?
no,
Okay, so I don't know.
Not-
You're
I
going
mean,
against theirs, right?
not unless you're going to
So,
arrest me for something.
You have your ID on you?
This code right here, specifically,
nothing to
yes,
do- what does it say?
huh?
What
It's
is it?
35285.3.5,
Right.
failure to ID. It only says I have to ID if I'm being charged with a crime. Do you suspect me of a crime?
Yeah, trespassing.
Show, I need, what's your reasonable articulable
You have
suspicion?
ID.
What is your reasonable articulable
asking you for ID.
suspicion?
I'm asking you for ID.
What is your reasonable articulable
'Cause I asked
suspicion?
you.
I'm not under any requirement.
What's that?
That's my Fifth Amendment right.
What's that got to do with
I'm
it?
invoking it to remain silent. I'm not going to waive it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to speak to you without my lawyer at this point.
Well, you want to call him?
I don't answer questions.
See, now you don't want to talk to him. I'm going to read this, okay?
What's your badge number, sir?
Property.
What's your badge number, sir?
3900.
You've been very
Yeah.
professional. Thank you.
I know. See, like I said, the complaint we had was using video in cars in here.
What's your name, sir?
Weir.
What's your badge number?
6671.
Are you ILEA certified?
Yes.
So you would know about asking for ID.
You don't want to answer
You're a
mine, I'm not
public
gonna
servant.
answer yours.
You have to.
No,
You're under
no.
an obligation. You're a public servant.
No, you can talk
Public
to my
servant.
chief.
Bring him down here. I'd love
No,
to.
You can talk to him.
Okay, I'll go there next.
Stop in it right down the road.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in the building, but if he wants to come outside, that'd be great.
That's a public building. You can go to the lobby. Is fine.
Well, this is a public building. I mean,
But it's also private property.
it uses government resources.
But it's
So,
also
but
private
if they said I'm over here, this is still public access. You
still
realize that?
private property.
You
If
re-
they don't
no,
want
no,
you on their
you
property,
look,
they can say
handicaps. Nobody's come out here and said that, and I have to be
they're
given.
because they don't
I have
know
to
who
be
you are.
given the right to leave. Nobody's come out here and asked me to leave.
I can
If
ask
you're going to
you
say
to,
for
but that's all right.
trespassing,
You just-
if you're going to say trespassing, I have to be given the right to leave. Nobody's asked me to leave.
Like when I was talking to you earlier,
Yes, sir.
it was a little unusual because we don't have someone walking around videotaping, so just out of the ordinary. Why I was down there earlier, so I haven't been in to talk with them there, but it could be that they're a little bit afraid to come out because you never know these days what'll happen.
What do you mean what'll happen? I have a Nikon, not a Canon.
I understand, but
I mean,
but I'm just saying, how they, people doing things nowadays. You don't know if somebody's got a weapon on them, if they're gonna. If they're
oh, I'm totally unarmed.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give you that. I mean, I have no weapons on me whatsoever.
Because sometimes people do a lot of research, before they. That's why
This is
post office-
Division of Family Resources, not to mention the WIC building.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a government entity. If they rent space out of here and they have a public parking area, it's public.
Well, it's public access.
Yeah, public access, which means I have a right to be on it if I need to be on it.
Right.
If I want to walk through here and walk around and do the horseshoe, that's fine. That's my business to be on here to see if the WIC office is maintaining their property. If the taxpayer dollars is getting the trash out of here, making sure it's not, there's not enough parking. Everybody's parking on the streets. Everybody's parking where they're not supposed to be parking. So if I wanted to walk through here and count all the parking spaces, nobody can tell me no. I have business on the property if I was even on the property, which I was not.
You stayed on the sidewalk.
Other than when a guy was walking with his child, I entered the public easement area over on this side.
There, yeah. Okay.
Yes. I've never where you're standing.
Right. I know, but you understand.
Over on this side.
There, yeah. Okay.
Yes. I've never where you're standing.
Right. I know, but you understand, he just asked you for ID just to know who you are, so we know you're not a convicted felon, criminal, anybody that would have bad intentions.
Well, I mean, how do I know you're not?
Well, because I am in uniform.
Well, that doesn't mean you don't have
Officer
any
Weir, badge 6671, approaches the cameraman after receiving a call about a suspicious person. The officer requests identification referencing Indiana Code S34 May 3rd 285, which only requires ID disclosure when a person is lawfully detained under reasonable suspicion of committing a crime. The cameraman standing on a public sidewalk invokes his Fourth Amendment protection against unlawful detention and his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. He correctly refuses to present ID without being suspected of a specific offense. The officer's conduct remains professional, but reflects a common misunderstanding between lawful authority and constitutional limits. This exchange demonstrates a key balance. Citizens must remain calm and articulate, while officers are bound by the stop and identify laws that restrict arbitrary ID demands. The cameraman's composure and legal accuracy turn potential escalation into a constitutional lesson on civil rights. Legal summary: Fourth Amendment, U.S. Constitution. Fifth Amendment, U.S. Constitution, Indiana Code SS34, May 3rd, 28th, 5th. Stop and identify law. Reasonable suspicion standard, Terry v. Ohio 392
And
U.S.
what your
1.
policies are.
Okay. I know you say you're not from around here, so. So you from Indiana?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, what I'm saying is we would be gone already. Just show an ID, you're legit, everything's cool, we're out of here.
But I haven't broken a law.
I understand, but that's what the way the call came in about being in it.
But where's
So
the
we'll
proof?
We'll figure that out. Don't worry.
I'll say, where's the proof?
I understand that's what he was checking.
Okay. Am I being detained?
I believe so.
So I'm free to go.
I mean, he's got your card there.
Well, I've got a dozen more.
Do you?
I just need that one because it has his fingerprints on it.
Okay. Sure.
Or he can have it, whichever I determine.
Yeah, it's your card, so
But I'm not being detained.
I'm not detaining you now.
Is he detaining me?
He didn't say he was, so it's kind of.
And the other guy, where's the red vehicle? The fire commissioner. You just guys allow him to park all over the sidewalk whenever he, kind of like this guy, to block the sidewalk. I noticed down there at the fire station, him and another vehicle block.
The red one?
Yeah, they block. I mean, I'm handicapped, so they block the pedestrian throughway so that way citizens have to walk in the street.
I've seen that. I know what you're talking about.
I mean, not only that, but this guy did it too when he pulled up to go talk to him. Oh, you even got that on footage. This guy, the K9 unit.
K9? Okay.
Yeah, pulled in
Yeah,
sideways, backed
I don't
in.
know who started that down there. Gosh, that's been ever since I've been here. The fire chiefs always pull. I don't know why they like to park in that front.
So they're exempt from the law.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is there's not. It's a whole driveway out. The sidewalk's not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kinda
It's
like
tapered.
this.
Yeah, it's tapered. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of.
But it's still a pedestrian throughway because there's no garage door in the way.
Not in front of it. You're
Right.
right. Not in front of the
Right.
thing. But
Thank you, sir. Am I being detained?
We're just waiting to see if they want you no trespass.
So
If
am
they
I being
say
detained?
You are till they tell us.
What
if you want
crime
no
do you
trespass.
suspect me it's committing?
What did I just tell you?
I'd like your supervisor out here. Call a supervisor because you're illegally detaining me. You cannot show me. You cannot show me what I'm doing wrong. Are you illegally
find you.
detaining me?
We'll find you.
I'm in
Am I holding you?
I'm a bright freaking vest. Of course you're going to find
Am I
me.
holding you?
I'm asking if I'm being detained.
Am I holding you?
Am I being detained?
Am I detaining you?
Am I being detained?
Am I detaining
Or
you?
am I free to go?
Bye.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay, right?
Bye. On the sidewalk. Right.
I've always been on the sidewalk
Okay.
or the public easement.
How long's your battery good for?
Considering I have several battery backups, about 18 hours.
At least you got a nice day.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
I said, excuse me, I don't want to walk between you guys and get shot or tased.
Well, I guarantee
I'm gonna go
we're
that
not gonna
way.
Shoot at each other with you walking between
Well,
us.
I just want to make sure I'm giving you notice
You got plenty
because I
of-
want to see if there's any emergency lights
you got
on.
Plenty path there. Emergency lights. You.
Yeah, I mean, he's. Well, a lot of times the officers, no lights in the front emergency lights in the rear. He doesn't have any emergency lights. He's parked in a no parking area. I just want to see.
No parking sign?
You tell me.
See a no parking sign?
Okay. I do see him blocking the driveway though. The entry
Where?
right there on the curve. If I was parked there, I'd get a ticket. But I don't see the emergency.
All right. Well, they don't want you on their property, so as long as you stay off the property.
Well,
you're good.
don't shoot anybody.
Tension peaks as Officer Weir asserts, "You are until they tell me what crime," implying that the cameraman is detained without a clear legal basis. The citizen immediately challenges the detention, demanding a supervisor and invoking his Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable seizure. Under Terry v. Ohio, 1968, and Hiibel v. 6th Judicial District Court, 2004, detention must rely on specific, articulable suspicion of a crime which is absent. Here, the cameraman remains calm, asking repeatedly, "Am I being detained or am I free to go?" His persistence forces the officer to clarify, eventually releasing him without citation or arrest. The closing exchange, though sarcastic, underscores the imbalance between police authority and constitutional boundaries. This moment demonstrates that knowing how to question lawfully without resistance or aggression is the strongest defense against police overreach. Legal summary: Fourth Amendment, U.S. Constitution. Terry v. Ohio, 392 U.S. 1, 1968. Hiibel v. 6th Judicial District Court, 542 U.S. 177, 2004. Supervisor requests, principal. Throughout this ID refusal encounter, Officer Weir maintained partial professionalism but failed to apply the Fourth Amendment standard of reasonable suspicion, earning a grade C. The cameraman, calm and informed, properly invoked his First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights, scoring an A for his lawful restraint and clarity. This video reinforces that under the Stop and Identify statutes, citizens must only present ID when lawfully detained. Every lawful ID refusal must rest on composure, clear speech, and awareness of constitutional limits. Never escalate, question authority respectfully, record responsibly, and always stay on public property. Knowing your rights is not defiance, it's civic defense. Follow ID Refusal Pro for more breakdowns of real constitutional encounters, and support the original creator who documented this exchange, helping others learn when silence and knowledge become the strongest form of power.